Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to All Souls Day, honey. It's November 1st. It's Tuesday. It's 9 o'clock, 9:01. And yeah, it's Dia de los Muertos, my loves. Yes. As you come in the room, and I see you, Tiffany, thank you so much for raising your hand. Presente, honey. Presente. God bless. Um, just like give us a little love, just give it a little like algorithm, like, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs it up, if you will. Thumbs it up. We have a very special live, which I'm excited because last night I went live for Happy Halloween. Hi. We did a long live for, you know what it is, 90 Day Fiance HEA. And I've been teasing the live that we're going to do tonight for a second because I don't normally watch this show, but definitely I've been around the block to talk about it. And I have, you know her and you love her, my bestest cousin, bestest friend in the whole world, Monique Farah. So I'm going to bring her up. And the show we're talking about, of course, is Sister Wives. And I don't know if you've been watching it, but it's a TLC favorite, so it makes sense. And it's just basically the craziest season of their lives, besides two other things that's basically happened in the 17th season. So I'm so excited to spend some time with people. Thank you so much hi, Rasta. Hey, how are you? Spend some time with you guys and Monique and just like answer questions and hopefully get into it. And I got to pull it up and maybe Monique can talk while I do this. The pictures that Monique and I have from our own experience at Mary's Inn. So please put your hands together for your best friend in the whole world and cousin, just like me, Monique. Yay! Hi, Mo. Why can't I hear you? Is that me, my love? Try again. Is that me? You guys, can you hear Monique? You tell me. Sometimes I do this. No, I can't hear you. How sad for me. You guys, tell me if you can hear Monique, or if it's just me. Try putting in your microphone again. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. No sound. Ugh, Mo, try again. It says no sound. I cannot, Renee. Try if you're on a different microphone, try your computer microphone. No, can't hear her. No, can't hear her. Okay, I'm gonna add you back in a second. Oh my gosh, I hate technical difficulties. By the way, I don't know if you are like me, but yesterday I got eaten alive during Halloween, and I am reaping such a problem. I see her muting herself and everything. Just if you, yeah, can you go to the audio settings? Go to settings, go to audio, and make sure that it's coming out through your. You did that? Let's see. Mo, let's hear you. Unmute yourself. Here, wait one second. I can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. Their mic isn't connected, is what it's saying. Yeah, I am like mosquito bait. Yes, I can hear Chris. Yeah. Okay, we'll get her back. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We won't start without her. It'll take me a second to also. Yeah. So just so you guys know, last year we did a little trip, if you will, trip all around Utah, and by all around Utah, Pirawan is right in the middle of Utah. So it was really awesome to like spend some time in Mary's homeland. And when we were like driving through it, we were like, well, we absolutely have to go to this place. So I got a picture in front of the bed and breakfast. So that was really great because, you know, that is Mecca for us. That's Mecca, honey. So I did not stay there. I wish I had. Like Monique and I thought about it, but like I think that, and her mother I think was still alive at that time, so we would have had like full Mary experience. We should have done it. We honestly should have done it. I'm gonna pull up our Mary pictures. It's so funny because oh, there it is. Lizzie's Heritage Inn, honey. I'm gonna put him up. God, I'm like itching. I need calamine lotion. Okay. Settings. Let's see. Oh gosh. How many bites do I have? Feels like a lot right now. Okay. Lizzie's Heritage Inn. Try it on her computer. Okay, great. And then add video clip. Let's add. Hi. Video. QuickTime movie. It won't play you a QuickTime movie? That's annoying. Present. Video file. Wow. That's horrible. Oh, there. I have stuff.
We are Lizzie's Heritage House. Mary's B&B.
Look amazing.
From Sister Wives on TLC.
I have more of this faithful journey. So, and also, by the way, Utah is so gorgeous. Does any of my people live in Utah? Other Utah 90 Day Fiance fans might know Kalani and Asuelu as having like some really beautiful Utah-ian thing. Here, right? I have more. And then I also have Monique back, so don't even worry about it. But wait, I'm showing Monique. I'm showing them things like. Wait 1 second. This Monique.
We are at Lizzie's Heritage Inn.
It's
raining. God crying happy tears that we made it to Mary's B&B. Oh, the rain feels great.
But we had to take one stop in Parowan, Utah, at Lizzie's Heritage Inn, where Mary Brown, his sister, was.
Look at Monique doing her thing. Look at Monique.
I've never seen this video, by the way.
Aha!
Never saw that one.
I hear you. You sound amazing. Welcome, everyone. When I will start, I will put in the comments when the stream really starts at 8:23. You guys. I mean, can you believe it? Put your hands together for Sarah.
I'm gonna lower this ring light a little while you do that. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Here she is. I'm so excited.
Very excited.
Yeah, so worth a $5,000 weekend. Yeah, right. So if you guys know, Mary right now is having retreats at her place because off camera, as we know, the women lead different lives. They basically have like hardly any actual skills. And so what they love to do is like, listen, Mary got an in because she had like real estate, which is great. And she had the money to buy it. But like Christine is just basically selling shakes. You know what I'm saying? So like now Mary is having, and also Mary's a LaRuru, like the leggings, MLM. Like one of those. And so she has retreats at her place now too. So it's all very connected. Mo? Hi.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm doing one more adjustment for frame. They got them to do their hustle because they will never know if TLC will actually renew them season after season. It's always a gamble because you're like, what did we accomplish this season? Nothing. Like literally nothing happened in 17 seasons. Like I heard you say that in the intro. I'm like, yeah, Mariah came out of the closet and Christina's leaving the family. There's one other thing. What's the other thing?
Robin came in the family. So season 1, he meets Robin gets married Robin. And like, that was like, oh, it was a big thing. That was a big thing. It made you feel like starting on that there was going to be a big thing that happens all the time. But no, it was like,
well, and they escaped Utah And so they're like, now we have this family escaping. They made it seem like with the music that at any minute the cops could show up and just arrest them for being polygamous. You remember that like vibe, season 1-ish, 2-ish?
Yes, 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 yes. I forgot about that. Yeah, like it was that made me feel very. It was very Sound of Music. It was very like when like Captain Von Trapp and took all of the family like left the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? And it was like very like, I hope he makes it, and like they like go out singing like Edelweiss. You know?
Yeah, except for like that family didn't go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but you know where they end up going? Vermont.
oh, okay.
Yeah, this is yeah, just randomly in life because I went and did a Vermont trip. There's the Von Trapp family farms. That's where they relocated, and the Von Trapp family like made cheese later on in life.
I guess this is based off a real family.
Yes,
Okay. Well,
I know.
I
Da
don't
da
know.
da da. Christine got the show, and she's the first to lead Principal Voices documentary. She got the also. Christine also has the first like legitimate spinoff in 17 seasons, which is Cooking with Christine. Have you watched it at all, Monique?
No, but I kind of assumed that if the next season goes on, that she will get her own spinoff, like starting her life where she is in Utah. Like, I feel
I
like they're
mean,
preparing it because the fans love Christine because she's the only one like super passionate and super into everything. Robin's just depressed every day. Janelle doesn't give one iota of a fuck about this family. And Mary is like just hanging on for dear life. Cody's like, you can leave. You can
I
go
know.
move in. I don't
She's like,
care.
I
And like
know. I
every
actually have a little
single
time.
wife. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say every single wife, when Cody was like, "You should just live there," it was like Christine made it adamantly clear that she did not want to move in the end. Like, and they all said it. They're like, or not Christina, excuse me. Mary said 575 times that she did not want to move in that house and that she was buying it for her family. And like Cody was like, "Yes, a way out." And you know what?
Yeah.
He's gonna be left with her. It's my prediction. You know, this is my prediction. Cody's gonna be left with Mary and nobody else.
You know, and that's a hot one because people think that he's going to be left with Robin and no one else.
Robin wants the family, and she's always wanted the family. She's always wanted that more than Cody. She's freaking out that the wives are leaving because she's stuck with this mess now all by herself. I think she just wanted more women to help her raise her kids and be part of that polygamous vibe. But I don't think he was the huge draw. Like, it's
Yeah.
even in her intro, and it becomes more obvious the more people that start to dip out. She freaks out.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. Besides all the MLMs people are talking about, like, you know, like it's a thing. It's a thing that like Mormons do. It's a thing, you know, like her husband got Cindy. I'm so sorry. Your husband got like, you know, into it. I will say that it feels like I wish that one of them would get like a discernible skill that they could market and trade. Like, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like, I wish one of them, Robin, would become like an expert eyebrow microblader because then that person could also just like help everyone in the family, you know, like from
Robin.
Mackenzie to like Mary, you know what I'm saying? Like she could just go down the Mariah. I mean, if that family had like an expert microblader in the family, and there's a lot of women that could just pick up that trade, by the way, you know, like just it's like draw who's the best drawer, who has the best penmanship. Get that person a tattoo gun.
I mean, honestly, it feels like whoever their makeup artist is for the season, like, just started watching a bunch of YouTube videos about eyebrows. No, I mean, obviously, someone did Robin's eyebrows. She did not do that herself. They were perfect. She looked like, remember in the doctor's office when you could like move the magnet around on the face to
Yeah.
create like different facial hair? It looked like someone just right there. Like they are. Whereas like Mary's are darker. And by the way, as far as discernible skills go, I would argue that Janelle will be the most successful out of all of them.
Yeah, but Janelle also is pushing this. It's okay. So Christine, Janelle, and some of the younger ones is this thing called like Plexa, which they don't even say the name of it. They just keep saying like the secret to like gut health or whatever. And it's like this like range of powders that they like all push. That's like, and it's just literally them with colored bottles of like plastic, you know, bottles of water and different like drinks and being like, never felt so much energy, like, you know, like always regular, like Janelle being like, and Janelle will put up like two pictures, Monique, okay, like a before and an after, but like,
Here's the thing is why out of all the things that you guys could market, like I feel like your demographic, like I guess the demographic would believe you that you knew about gut health. I guess like their key But like, I wouldn't look at them and be like, Janelle is the one I'm going to go to for like tips on like, like they don't even like, that's not really their brand.
Now, don't listen to me if I'm talking about it either. I have a bunch of candy I'm just sitting here eating from like Halloween. I'm
Oh,
no,
and I've been eating a bunch of I'm not the authority on health either. I'm just saying their
yeah,
brand isn't really health food or any
right.
of that nature. They've never talked about that. So, I mean, she wanted to open a gym. I believed in that because I feel like if she sets up a plan, she's going to do it. She's living in a trailer right now in
Which
the
we'll
middle
talk
of
about.
nowhere. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it. So
yeah, yeah,
let's okay. That's we had to get some thoughts out. Let's talk about how the season has gone. It's been eight episodes. It started off by Christine moving Cody out without really telling him. She just moved out all like his stuff in his like drawers and put them in the thing. And he like found it. He was like so confusing. Now this was also being taped by them, so it was like Cody holding his phone, being like, Christine just moved me out. Like, I can't believe it. There's my boxes, which was like also ridiculous.
yeah.
And we had known this the way that Cody was handling COVID. Like, some people were not agreeing with it, like Janelle's family, Christine's family. And he was like holed up with Robin, like living their like own lives, like being very isolatory, obviously, because they had the ability to do so because of COVID, to just isolate, and they did.
I was like,
And then the rest,
he made it seem like they picked for him, but like he picked because they had a nanny coming in and out constantly, and that nanny was okay to come in and out, but the rest of them couldn't have their bubble people. And it's like, well,
yeah. Robin having that nanny during that
I
time
know.
is really shady because, like, Monique, she has like 3 older kids.
Yeah,
She had like 2 younger kids.
yeah, they're home.
So like, what is she a nanny for?
And also on top of it, it's like they wouldn't let the boys see their girlfriends. Like no one could. And I
I
get it.
don't
Like we
know.
all get how severe COVID was. But if you're going to make allowances for Robin's people, then you have to make allowances for other people or no allowances.
Yeah, especially because you can't control the nanny. You're
No,
not paying the nanny isn't someone that lives at Robin's house that like is your like weird ward that like you can be like, well, then also the nanny and she lives there. She lives in the basement, honey. She'll never leave. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the nanny has a whole ass life. You're not paying that woman not to live her life. You know what I'm saying? So like deep in your heart that's messed up, and they did it
yeah.
anyway.
And so when nanny tested positive and they had that scare, it was like this weird karmic retribution to watch the whole family be like, how ironic.
Yeah,
Their nanny, like without being like, fuck you guys. They were like, yeah,
fuck
yeah, yeah.
Robin. Yeah, like do you think it's fuck Robin a
I
little
don't
bit?
it is fuck Robin because of jealousy and stuff. I don't really blame Robin, but I'm not in the family like on the daily to see that dynamic. He's obviously chosen her. She's the youngest wife. She looks not happy about it. You never see Robin, you're like, there's a joyful woman. She's just always like, well, Cody, da, 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 like half asleep, upset. I just really hope that
Really
they'll
worried, like she's just like,
always furrowed brow.
yeah,
Always.
always, like
Like,
yeah.
well, because she moved in a very tumultuous situation. Like,
Yeah.
they have moved more times in like 5 years than most people do in their entire lifetime.
I think that she thought that like when she left her last situation, we'll talk about because she in the last episode she got really preachy against Christine, like, oh, why would you blow up your family and why would you like leave? And I was like, well, you do know what it's like to leave a bad situation, don't we? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Robin left that situation and she was just like so frail, like so scared, like so like just so happy to be out. And I think that she thought that when she got into this big ass family, large ass family with all these people like taking care of everyone and helping everyone, she was like, great, less work for me. I really don't want to have to like raise all the kids. It's really hard for me. I just kind of want to like do me time or whatever. And she thought she'd be the last wife and do that. But then what happened was Christine, who had taken care of all the kids, didn't really like Robin. So she didn't really want to take care of Robin's kids with Cody. Like Cody didn't make it nice and for Christine to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Christine felt like the young, pretty one with Janelle. So she was okay with taking Janelle's kids. It just was a different situation. So then Robin is like, oh no one's taking care of my kids. No one likes me. No one's like being my sister wife. And like everyone pulls apart. It's just like, it's a tragic tale. It's Shakespearean almost. It's a Shakespearean.
Well, it's like they're all dealing with their own personal tragedy of being married to this man. And to be fair to Cody,
Mhm.
and also because there's a religious undertone where they feel called to this, there is a little bit of the choices out of their hands, right? Like, and Christine's finally like, I don't believe in this anymore. And Cody's still like, you chose to live this faith. But to be fair to Cody, like, what guy could please 4 women? I mean, what guy could? But he's a jackass. You know what I mean? And he's trying to pull some weird, like, patriarchy bullshit this season. And you guys need to obey me. But it's like, bro, they all have jobs outside of you. Like, they don't actually need you to be financially secure. So pulling that I'm the head of this household doesn't really work as much.
Oh, it
You
definitely
need them
doesn't.
independent too. Like, you've created a space where they need to be independent without you. That's part of the dynamic of the family. So and then you're shocked when they have lives without you. It's just unfortunate because like polygamy doesn't really set up for long-term success for anyone.
I mean, definitely not for him. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, he didn't do his due diligence. Like, especially when we get into like when she'll talk about in a second, the like how he even handled the RV. It was just like it was handled the way it was handled because he didn't do anything, and so she had to do stuff. And so anyway, God bless. He blames them for like acting independently. It's because he doesn't act on their behalf because he's too busy like sitting on his own thumb and Robin's, you know, whatever. I think she pegs him. Anyway, God bless. Anyway, moving on. So then Christine has to have a conversation with Cody, how she wants to like dissolve this marriage, why she moved him out, and he's like, still like, I can't believe you moved me out. Like I didn't say it'd be okay for you to move me out of my house. And she's like, I'm past that. No, I want to get the hell out of this marriage, honey. Like I'm out of this. I'm out of this state. I'm out of the state of fake marriage with you. I'm not even really married to you. It's a spiritual union, and let's just face it. Like, you know, it's not even that. So he acquiesces that Robin knows. Everyone knows that this has happened. Like all like okay. Janelle and Christine have been talking. Robin and Cody have been talking. Christine has been talking to all of Christine's kids and Janelle's kids.
But guess what?
Cody.
No one told Truly. Not a single motherfucker told Truly, and I get why she's pissed. She's like, TLC knew before me that we were moving. But we'll get into Truly in a second because that's like a whole other deep dive. Like she's become my favorite character of this entire show.
Oh my God. Did you see? Oh, I was gonna put up. Oh, I have pictures. I have pictures of Christine's Halloween pictures for Truly off Instagram, which is also.
Right. Oh my God.
But when you were talking about something, I'll put them up. Okay, wait. So then because we have so much to go on. So then after that, then we have a conversation of is there a fave wife? Now this makes me so content because a lot of things have happened this season that we've been waiting for them to like actually say, which is. Is there a fave wife? To even ask that question, the answer is yeah, of course, and it's Robin.
Yes, absolutely.
Second thing is Christine throughout this curses at one point, and so for the first time we hear her curse. Also, Christine, her saying fucking. Also, her at one point also saying that she left the church. She's not in the church. What church? Isabel, who we know as being the beautiful, beautiful daughter of, and there are a lot of beautiful kids, but like she's really this tall, almost like model-looking daughter of Cody and Christine, who had back problems, scoliosis of last season, gets into college. Now, the other thing about Isabel that like is literally a crush in the situation is when Isabel has scoliosis surgery, and it was like a really painful situation that she was dealing with. She had to have surgery in like the height of COVID, and Cody would not leave Robin and the family to go and like make sure she was okay. Monique.
Yeah, they discuss like the fact that he keeps saying things like younger kids need their parents more, but you have a plethora of children between the ages of like 7 and like 16 that still need their parent. And so he will be like, I can't leave them for 2 weeks, but I have no problem not seeing you guys for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the kid. Like if you're in the middle, you're screwed. Who are you even? Anyway, sorry. So continue.
It's interesting because now some of the middle ones are older now, right? Because we've watched it for so long. We've known, like, we knew all the Logan like happened, and then like that other one, like it's Janelle's older one that's like like in things.
Well, his whole thing is subservience, right? And like the reason he favors Robin is because he says she's the most loyal. She observes his rules. Her kids are younger and malleable. Her other kids just want to be part of this family and accepted because their father is nowhere. And so they'll do whatever Cody wants. They want this father figure. The rest of them have content for the way their mothers have been treated. So it's a different dynamic with the vibes. He's like, why would he want to go to the ones that are talking shit? He'd rather be with Robin, who's just going to do whatever he says.
Yeah, he's like he just wants to be like the easiest possible situation. It's the easiest wife, and it's the youngest kids. He always loves the youngest kids more. Like he talks about like being able to connect with babies. I think he's just like babies are like daddy. Once they start talking back to him, he's just like not into him. He's just like, I want to hear my voice, less of your voice.
He likes anyone with less hair than he has. I think
Oh
that's
my,
babies.
yeah, that's a lot of babies.
His hair is his own program. Anyways, go on.
And what's so funny? His hair's he's gotten curlier hair now. Like it's
curlier, curlicue, like perfect. Like my niece Savannah curlicues. Like that is like, I can't. Is that a perm?
I don't know, but is it diva curl? You tell me.
No. Go ahead.
Let's talk about McKelty giving birth, which in the thing about how the fact that Christine hadn't actually told the sister wives yet, but all those problems were happening. Robin and Christine have issues. Robin was as present as possible during the birth, which was like 10 hours of just like Robin staring into McKelty's badge.
I
just
cried. I actually cried when the baby came out. I was so relieved. You guys they keep advertising how home births are just better. And yet not a single home birth on this program has looked desirable in any capacity. Maddie, are you kidding me with that birth? This birth was horrendous. I was like, give me the drugs, get the and Tony was the unsung hero. Shockingly, Tony, who to me was like the biggest clown of this show, has come through as like a weird moral backbone that I did not expect.
He was massaging her backbone.
The whole time he's there with his crazy hair and his crazy voice. And I just like I weirdly love him now. I can't explain it.
Did his voice get less crazy?
Yeah, it got less up in his throat. So I think something happened where he cleared out some like mucus. It used to be like up here. And like now it's kind of back down. It's like it's dropped or something. It's like the mucus. It was very mucusy up at the top. And every time I talk, I'd be like back here.
90 could have died. Oh my god, it was so scary. I mean, like, I know that was good. At least that happened.
I really felt like relief for her, and because they were literally like, you have to push this baby out. Like Maddie could have died. Oh yeah, and didn't the baby lose its heartbeat or it slowed down when McKelty was giving birth? Like the cord was wrapped around its head.
Young kids worship parents. As they get older and form opinions, a narc has no need for that nonsense. Yeah, like maybe I do love young babies. Like I love a young kid who's just gonna be like.
Well, they do judge you. I was gonna say they don't judge you, but there's some picky ass babies out there.
Oh my god,
for sure.
No, like we have you guys. Monique has a niece named Layla, and Layla asked me like, "How come you're not married? Do you want to have kids?" And I was like,
Oh, that conversation with me went a lot differently.
How did that go with you?
I said, everyone's on their different paths in life. We all have our different goals, and that's just not a goal of mine. I was like, are you cool with that? She's like, yeah. I was like, hey, go tell my mother that. Explain it to her.
10 Taco Tony. He wanted 10 tacos per wedding guest.
Oh my god. I love Tony for that.
That's so funny.
Taco Tony. Oh, so you would eat 10 tacos at a wedding. Sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely. I would too. Well, especially street tacos. Street tacos are basically like 3 tacos is like 2 tacos.
Yeah.
So then in this season, after like McKelty gives birth, and it's like a harrowing situation, and it's like breech, but she gets it through. It's like so long, and she's like they're like massaging her. It's like still, it's like in water. And the thing they keep saying is
Robin.
What?
Meanwhile, Robin.
Oh yeah, just like they kept saying like the 3 wives had gotten like or Robin, all 4 wives have had hospital births, and some of them have also had home births. And the one that had home births said that for some reason it's just much easier to recover from them, which I was like, I wonder why. Like, and also you just have to do like you have to throw away so much laundry that like is all covered in whatever.
Like, who are you getting to clean that up?
Yeah,
because you don't want to do that after giving birth.
No, I just want to like burn it all.
I feel like the only reason it would be easier because you're already home. But like, I want an epidural.
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah.
way a midwife is distributing that shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't wanna feel it and then bam, there's a baby. I don't really care about, like, the majesty of what she fucking went through.
I wonder how much longer until there's like ketamine births.
I feel like you can't have that kind of drug running through the baby.
Yeah, but how do you have any drug running through, you know? I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's in your spine though, so it's numbing your spine versus like well, maybe. You're
I,
right. Maybe.
I mean,
Actually, you never know.
you never know with the magic of modern medicine.
Yeah.
So then we get into this RV thing. So let me just basically set this up, and then we can talk about it. So okay, they obviously bought this land. It's called Coyote Pass, and they have it parceled out into like 5 and then 6 parcels. They keep kind of like divvying it up in different parcels, and whether Cody has one or it has two, I'm not quite sure. Like they keep like divvying it up, whether to like sell it in such a way or they want to like make more money. It's really beautiful land, but they have not started, building on it yet. A, because of money, and B, because of COVID, and C, because of what seems like unknown other
They didn't pay
nefarious.
it off. They didn't pay it off either.
Yeah, right. They didn't pay it off, but there just seems to be like some other situation where they're just not quite telling us about. I don't know. It's my instinct. Blah 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 blah. Christine, we know, right, wants to leave. We've talked about it. She owns a home here in Arizona. She owns her home, okay? And she does not obviously want to live with the family. So she wants to like not have the Coyote Pass. She wants to like be gone. Janelle has a rental here in Arizona, and the rental is being sold, like the land or whatever. So she has to move or whatever. And she's been like talking to Cody about it, like, well, you know what's happening? Yeah, like they bought the house, they want to move. Like, there's like a deadline. Like, he has said nothing. Why? Because he is busy with Robin and doing nothing else with the family, has ignored every child. So if he's ignoring children, of course he's ignoring wives. Janelle's the easiest one to ignore because Janelle doesn't care at all about spending any time with him at all, doesn't want to sleep with him and just wants to work or whatever. And so she's used to like making them doing her own decisions and getting things done or whatever. And so she does. She's like, well, for some reason, Janelle is like, the best thing we can do, because I think Janelle really wants to build on Coyote Pass, and she wants to like have a country ranch life and like kind of homestead. She wants that for herself as she's like getting older. Is she wants to be as close as possible to it. So she decides to get an RV, and she one night Googles one, finds the one she really wants, calls, and then finds there's one left in America and buys it sight unseen. And now that's what she's stuck with, and that's what's happening. Monique?
Well, I think Janelle is the most, we'll say, financially literate. Like she actually understands equity and houses. And I think for her, she's like, look, this RV I can have, and I don't want to spend money on rent somewhere. And I can move it around this property because
Mm-hmm.
there's all these laws that restrict her from staying somewhere for over 120 days. So that's another issue. She has to move around the property on different people's lots. Christine's like, I don't give a shit. You can squat on my lot all you want. And so I think for her, it's like a financial thing, right? She's like, I want to build the house and I need the most amount of money I can. And when she was talking about Christine's house and the sale of that and stuff, like I believe Janelle and her facts and her figures more than anybody else. And so it all makes sense to me that Christine would give up that parcel of land and still get to keep her house and the profits from that. But did I segue into something that we still need to get into? Because I could stop.
Yeah.
I
I
can
mean, it's like it's weird situations of when Christine has conversations with Cody, because it's like
Yeah,
they're
they're all over the place. But he contradicts himself. He says the money that that comes from the house is just not her money, it's the family's money. But then she says, well, then I should have equal access to everybody else's money. He's like, no, the only money that you get is money between me and you, not Robin's house, not so and so's house. And it's like, yeah, but then why is Christine's house everybody else's property?
right, faulty logic. It's just like
And then yeah. So Janelle, I feel like cleared all that up. And I feel like she's making a smart economic decision. But that requires Cody to come out once a day with a fucking hose so she can get water, or once a day with like some weird level. So like they have like it looks like a nightmare
so it's she needs 8 gallons of
of
water
water.
she can get for 1.5 days, and that's conservative use of
Yeah.
water. So like that's unlivable to me. I would need to transport at least 16 gallons. I need at least 3 days of water because, right?
Her daughters are dying that they have to do this.
it's interesting because as we talked about, we're seeing the mid-level tier of kids grown up now. So it's that girl Savannah. They were like, okay, with Savannah looks like it's a beautiful Irish face, like
Who's
real like.
another one though? That's
There's Gwendolyn, who is now Christine's older daughter, who is Isabel's sister and is also Truly's sister. And Gwendolyn is like gender unspecific and bi, maybe bi and
I
just
think
sort of
she's the one mainly
like
stuck in
non-binary.
Yeah, she's mainly stuck in the trailer because the oldest one has left to go live with Maddie and
Oh no, Christine's kids are not in the trailer. So
Oh, I'm
Janelle
sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
yeah.
mixing them up. I'm mixing them up.
Gwendolyn is Gwendolyn. I don't know where I forgot.
Gwendolyn is Christine's kid, right?
Yeah, Gwendolyn is Christine's kid. So somehow Gwendolyn and Isabel, of course, made a big deal moving in with Maddie. I don't know where Gwendolyn's going.
I
Is
think
Gwendolyn going to a different college?
Yeah, because only Truly is moving in with Christine.
In Utah.
Yeah.
To be by Maddie. No, to be by McKelty. McKelty lives in St. George.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is so close to Parowan, Utah.
Yeah, we drove through these like areas as you saw in the video. We really made a stop at Lizzie's Inn.
Janelle only has Savannah. Well, she has in the sons.
She has those two sons, yeah.
Yeah, Garrett and
The
that one
cute
that's
one.
really, really hot.
Yeah, the hot one. What's his name?
Not Logan.
No. What happened to Mariah? We just forget about her now that she's happy. And
Mariah just has a girlfriend. Yeah, Mariah just has a girlfriend, like
Are they engaged?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Like I wonder if she would ever like go back and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Mary had a better personality and if Mariah and her girlfriend would go back and like run the inn, wouldn't that be a great sitcom? Like, I'm Mormon mom, and now I had to come out to her. I'm gay, and my wife. We're running a bed and breakfast in Parowan, Utah. By the way, like she was catfished.
Here's the thing with Parowan, Utah. Like, how many people are staying at that inn?
Well,
we
when
were
we were
there.
there,
There was one Chinese restaurant, and then the inn.
Is it? Oh, Betsy, is this true? Mariah is now Leon.
Oh, she changed her name? Leon, out of all the names. I wouldn't have predicted that one.
Oh, why was I not aware with what did they talk about that on the show? How do I know every episode of the show? Is that a new thing that's happened since this episodes of Sister Wives have aired? Yes, please. They are Leon. Oh. Sorry, I honestly didn't know.
Yeah, either did I.
Yeah, I also feel like they said that I'm also sorry. I also said this. I thought they said Mariah in the past like 2 episodes.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So I just want to know maybe that. Yeah. Okay, Leon, great. So yeah, like Leon has a boyfriend. Her girlfriend is a trans man. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Her girlfriend.
Leon has her girlfriend is a trans man? Wait, Leon
is a trans man.
Leon is a trans man and is also her, which was her girlfriend. Okay. Did they both have it?
Okay, so Lisa said in June 2021, which is obviously more than a year ago, they came out as Leon.
We're talking about who was Mariah is now Leon. And then her girlfriend or did their girlfriend also come out as a trans man too, or no?
Audrey transitioned. Leon is not transitioned into a man, and they just prefer they, them. And I think that I think also Audrey transitioned.
Oh, okay.
Audrey, I guess, I never knew what Leon's girlfriend's name was. I don't think I was that. I love that you guys. Betsy,
for you guys.
Betsy you guys are on it. Hi. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. But weirdly enough, then now that you guys know that, will you also will you co-sign that the show as of the last at least 2 or 3 episodes talking about where everyone was referred to Leon as Leon's name? Anyway, okay. So I don't know if you remember this, but I'm sorry. I don't know if we exactly talked about this. I don't think yet we did, which is just whatever. But So Janelle has to do the IV stuff, or sorry, the RV stuff, and they have some conversations about what kids are going to go back to school, what kids are going to stay at home. Obviously, all of Robin's kids are going to stay at home, and then all of Janelle's kids hate him, and Christine has to like then have a conversation with all the sister wives. They all sit down and they all like take lawn chairs, kind of like they're all going to like the saddest picnic in the whole world in the backyard, and then just like be 6 feet apart and like listen to this. And it's a lot of furrowed brows, and Mary not saying anything, and Christine having to like sort of defend herself and where she was. And the sister wives are all like, this is happening. And Christine's whole energy is like, it's happened 9 years ago. Honey, it's happened.
But I think because it sounds like from what Cody says in interviews and the way they're viewing it, that she has said this on a multitude of occasions before. I think when he said that the intimacy was done, she was actually done. But he kept saying like, I thought maybe like she would, like he kept manipulating the situation that like she didn't really mean it and that he didn't really believe it and that he was just, this is her thing. Like he wasn't listening to her, and that's his problem. He doesn't really listen to any of them.
He never listens to anyone. He doesn't care about anyone except for himself. And he really truly thinks that it's okay for these women to live the rest of their lives unloved.
He has a two-seater. Any grown-ass man whose everyday car is a two-seater and you have 15 freaking children, I don't know how many he has, but I feel like it's in that realm. Like that says that like my time is for me, and I get it. We all need our time, but you're a father every day. And that's the worst car for you to have. It carries the least amount of people for the amount of family. It's making your wives have to take everybody everywhere in their cars.
There's no room for them in the car, and there's no room for them in his heart.
Yeah, there's not enough room for his wives in the car.
Like, yeah, like he literally, as we know, he and Mary has had the worst problems ever, and he like totally doesn't trust her, and they don't have a romantic relationship or intimate relationship. They never see each other. Everyone's like, he's never at Mary's. Like Mary, he's basically like, Mary, move, please. Like, what would say? Like, we haven't talked about the fact that Mary, it's a stupid, whatever. Sorry, stupid, but it's like a horrible situation. Mary's mom dies, and obviously we talked about this over and over again. So basically, he's like, Mary, just move and take care of the end. I never want to see you again. I never see you anyway. Thank God. So we know that Janelle and him don't have an intimate relationship. Christine obviously is like crying from the rooftops that like she's unloved and untouched or whatever. And like he does not care and has no responsibility for not having emotionally and or physically taken care of his women. Like I wonder why like he doesn't even feel any sort of shame that like, oh, he's unsatisfactory. He cannot satisfy his women.
Think about it this way. Every single courtship lasted 2.5 weeks. So it'd be like some guy you dated on vacation that you got stuck with for 27 years and had 6 kids with. There was no real love invested. He was super young for a lot of them. And it was just like, okay, well, I'm over this one. I'm just going to get another wife because that's what you do, right?
Yes.
I'm not even 100% like convinced about his sexuality, but that's none of my business really. The reality is like I just feel like he did. When you say it's because of religion, you can always use that as an excuse. Like, oh,
right.
We're being called to God to do this. It's like, yeah, but like that doesn't mean that you have to be a shitty husband.
Yeah.
Oh, did someone say something? What's that little beepy?
Me sending tweets maybe. Here, I'm sending tweets to my phone so we can discuss funny tweets when they come up. I hope this works. So, wait 1 second, my love. Okay, no, that didn't come up as much as I wanted it to. There it is. I want it to be like right there. Okay, and wait. Is that what I want it to be? Okay. Yes. Okay. So just moving on after Mary's mom dies and all that situation, and after she tells all of the women, and the women are pissed and like really not saying anything, and just basically being like, "Have you like really thought about it though? And what's gonna happen?" And where she's like, "I'm gonna move to Utah." They're like, "Well, are we gonna see you again?" She's like,
yeah, she always believe. It's weird she doesn't, like, I think she'll miss Janelle, I feel like they hang out all the Janelle needs her for water and groceries and laundry and stuff.
She definitely needs her for water, especially because she can't walk and like get all that water all the time. She would love. I mean, can you imagine if they were
Goes to
in the
Christine's
RV
house
together?
all the time to like
I
shower
mean,
and do stuff. Like I feel
I
like they've
know.
become closer.
Um, so Christine throws Isabel a party, and then everyone comes over. It's kind of like their last time they're gonna like ever feel like a family again. And to really put the icing on the cake, they decide to sing a song. They sing Isabel Natasha Bedingfield's "Unwritten." Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the world that you cannot find reaching. I mean, I was happy about it. It was perfect. It was a perfect song, and Christine was feeling it. She's so passionate. I mean, I think like Christine's a great mom. I would have loved Christine as a
She's a
mom.
great mom. She's a great mom. I like try not to laugh in the initial part of them singing it because I was like, you know, if I was singing on TV in a microphone, I'd be so embarrassed. I would sound terrible too. Like it was very cute and ridiculous and just Christine.
Yeah. If you haven't yet, please like this video. Isn't this like a fun live we're doing? And we're gonna hit me. I want to ask what you guys think too. Playing air backup. Thank you so much. Hi, what is going on here? Oh, just one Chris and Nicola.
Oh,
Oh, what is going on here, Chris and Nicola? Well, here's
talking
the
about
thing.
sister wives.
We're talking about sister wives because when we were in Parowan, Utah, honey, living our lives at Larry's sporting
We were
son.
with Kristen.
Lizzie's Heritage, and we were with Kristen. So yeah, we're just talking about good old sister wives, Kristen, as Christine bails on the family. She can't stand Cody anymore. Like honestly, it's just like get me away from this man. I hate him. I've hated him. He
If
is
someone
horrible.
If someone got on national television, Chris, and talked about how they were unattracted to you after watching you eat chili fries because you ate the whole thing and they thought you should be more reserved and like you gross them out, but they married you anyways, I
Yeah.
could never again.
Like, well, how is she eating those chili fries? Just like,
I think I horrify people with the way I eat when I'm a little stony ballones. So I could see that. Like salad drops out of my mouth. I never eat salads on dates because I don't have a big mouth capacity for it. So I feel like ingredients just drop out. Like
oh
I
my god,
can't.
I love you so much. That is true. I mean, I have a small mouth, so it's like runs in the family. Yeah, so this party, I mean, makes Isabel feel good. It's so interesting because Isabel like doesn't. There's these mid-range kids do not like Cody. Like every time you see them with Cody, they have to like hug their dad. They're like, "Hey, cool. Thanks for coming. All right." Like that's her with her dad, and then like get Garrett, like Janelle's son's, like like basically like yeah, we don't understand each other. Like I don't understand him. He's dumb. Later on, we'll talk about I guess yeah, like is when they have like a fight over like trying to work that RV. Honey, the worst decision possible. I can't imagine living in an RV. Could you imagine? First of all, could you live in an RV, and could you imagine me living in an RV, Monique?
I have a visceral reaction to the idea of living in an RV and you living in an RV. I feel like that
Makes
would
no
last 6.5 minutes. Like there's no way, no way.
yeah, not
Know who
one
this
way.
person is. Like I could
Ain't
do
no
it for
way.
survival. And I find the people who can do it are amazing. Like I wish I could
Oh,
be that minimal living. I actually think that would be a relief, but that's not reality. But I will say the COVID stuff with Cody and the kids hating him and stuff and all the fighting is pretty representative of so many families in like 2020. Like everybody's divided by this issue, right? And like they're pretty much like just a subset of that. Like you're watching it and you're like, yeah, I mean, how many families had those same fights? Where
yeah.
like people were extra paranoid and other people didn't give one iota of a shit. And so you're watching and you're like totally relating to this in a way too.
Yeah, yeah, that's the craziest part. It's like, yeah, there's like different there's so many kids that like, were babies, 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 and there was only four adults. And out of those four adults, one of them was a male, and therefore only his opinion mattered. And that was how they started their family, right? And just fast forward to everyone gets older, all the kids get older, and suddenly the guy, like, listen, I wonder, like, Cody must stay up at night being like, how did I lose control over my family? Like, Well, it was great when we were in Utah and under one roof. Then we were like dragged out of Utah. I think being on a different roofs under Cody's mind was like the tipping point, like for him. Like he
But
lost
he was the
control.
one moving everybody. I feel like it was a false sense of control always. They've always seemed out of control because how could you that's 4 families together. Like period the end. It's very hard to do that in general. And he's always moving. The guy actually can't sit still for more than 2 minutes. Every single episode he is like jetting from house to house in his little
Yeah.
ass car and like he's not settled anywhere. I actually think he has like a surplus of dopamine and maybe a little bit OCD where he can't settle down and
Or
stop.
ADHD or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something where he just can't stop moving, and so, like, I don't think his brain could settle at night. I don't think he'd be satisfied if they were in a house, then he'd wanna move to another place where they could he's the one who has pushed every single move thus far,
Yeah.
and it's
I
like,
get you.
who would wanna move that big of a family that many times?
Yeah.
Like, they were doing it for, like, TLC material, and that seems like crazy. You
It's a lot of people to move.
It's a
Lisa says,
lot.
Christina's gorgeous. Cody is a pig.
Christine's gotten, like, younger looking to me over the years. I actually feel like I always thought she was pretty, but she is so beautiful, like, this season because she's free. You could
Yeah.
see it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
weight of that relationship coming off of her skin is, like, glowing, and the rest of them are, like, a little pale because they're still in it, and they're still depressed about it. There's no hope, and she's like the hope is there for her for the first time in seasons, I feel
It
like.
definitely feels like she maybe has worked with a therapist this whole time. There's something about the way that she talks about it and the peace that she's come to it where I'm like, she's had to work this out. Like, only because,
Yeah.
I listen, and I think this is someone for all intents and purposes who's lived a very sheltered life until recent. We don't, I mean, like, I wonder when Christine like stopped going to, church and things like, like for all to be able to like have conversations with someone free enough and to feel without shame enough to talk about divorcing and how that would feel and stuff, and have that supportive ear, as well as someone saying that your happiness matters, that your body matters, whatever, like, it makes me feel like she had that, like how could you go from
Do you
one
think the
extreme to
fans played
another?
a part? Do you think the fans played a part? Because when your life's on display and people get to react to it, and all of that stuff came out last season about him and her, like, do you think people making comments like, "You could do better, you deserve better, why are you putting up with this," motivated any of it?
No, I think that, maybe it motivated it for sure. Maybe sure. But I think that she definitely had a therapist,
Oh,
because I
yeah.
think when she says things makes me feel like someone has sat with her and made her like, like opened her eyes to like her own trauma and suffering and that,
Yeah, and prepared her for these conversations because A, she knew she was gonna have them, and B, she knew she was gonna have them on television. And I feel like they gave her the right words to say and the right, if he comes back at her with this, how are you going to respond? And a lot of those are like, why do you want me to stay? Like, what's
Yeah,
and he can't answer that. He can't really think deep. Like, even when they're talking about the divorce, Truly was like, well, I was upset for a day, but I'm over it. And Cody's like, she seems fine. And it's like, if a 8-year-old tells you they're fine in the middle of a traumatic divorce that the entire world is watching, they're probably not fine.
I
Like,
know.
don't take that child's word for it. You don't give a fuck to dig deeper than her just saying she's fine. But he's not even digging deeper. To He's very shallow in his experiences. And if you try to please everybody and you have that big of a family, you end up pleasing nobody because there's no way to spread yourself that thin. Like, you have to individually work on these relationships.
He is like a primitive caveman, and he's so hurt by all of this, and like his pride is so hurt that he actually tries to have a conversation with all the remaining wives where he's like, we're gonna get back to patriarchy. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be in control. I'm the man here. And Janelle's like,
I sign all my own checks.
I'm moving into this RV, honey.
I feel like someone emasculated him between the last 2 seasons. Like, how does this guy let these women run I feel like somebody did, to where he came back with a lot of verbiage that he's never used before, and, like, the women at this point just kinda laughed at him when he said it because it's like, "This isn't even you, dude. You don't have the ability."
I mean, it's interesting because he talks about being a priest. At one point he's going to go like, whatever, preside over his friend's marriage, which is LOL. His own marriages are falling apart. But the way that their church works is sometimes he's like the head priest because sometimes the mass or liturgy or the Bible work is just happening within the family, and sometimes, and obviously it was hard sometimes to like get together as a congregation. And so sometimes he was the priest and sometimes he wasn't. Sometimes they were going to like uh, a temple and worshiping with other people. So I
Mhm.
wonder if he has gone back to seek any counsel and what counsel he would seek. And if they would be like church centric, who would then be like, well, like, when did like, I don't know. Like, I wonder.
Does he really believe in this? No, wait, Celestial Wives, is that this or Scientology? That's this, right?
Yeah, I think it's this.
Mormonism, I think. I don't wanna say anything and offend anyone because I don't, know every single aspect of it. But if he really believes in all these aspects of it, then obviously he's gonna be dedicated to that, but part of me thinks it's, like, for show, like, that he's not as dedicated. Like, have we ever seen them talk about going to a Mormon church or, like, being at a Mormon church?
He talks about it. Well, okay, so yeah, when he has this little offshoot and becomes a thing because his friends like, "Will you marry me, Cody?" Like, "Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah, I
like
saw that,
and like go to the wedding, right?" And so like, Janelle's kids are like, "Why you would literally wouldn't go to your daughter's whole ass surgery? So you're an asshole." He was like, he talked about being a priest a little bit in like their churches and stuff like that, and so he he made it seem like they all kind of make it seem nowadays that like they used to be way more family oriented and came together and prayed and stuff. Definitely during COVID, obviously, no one was getting together and prayed. And I don't know how alert Garrett was and Logan was on FaceTime. I
yeah.
forgot what other old, like I wonder like if they, Zoomed Bible chatted.
That's the thing is, like, I don't recall throughout the season seeing a lot of, like, them going to church or, like, them having, like, big religious talks. Like, other shows that are Christian centric, there's so much of that, like, I wonder how devout they are or if it's more the life of polygamy. I don't know.
It's also the way that he was raised.
Yeah.
So like what he's always known. Like the weird thing was, to me, it feels like right now specifically, no one wants to be living a more monogamous life than Cody. Like, to
More
me,
monogamous?
yeah, to me, Cody really only wants to be married to Robin, right? He doesn't want to
He's
be a
known
husband to
before.
anyone else. He doesn't want to be at their house. Doesn't want to spend any time with Mary, none with Janelle, not living in the RV, and definitely none with Christine, none. He only really wants to be married to Robin, but he can't say it because he's like living this whole life and been like 17 seasons on like polygamy. So, but like, show me where this person wants to be a polygamist, because like everything he's giving me, honey, is like, give me one wife and the kids from this wife, honey,
I
that's
think
enough.
it's a status thing though of having 4 wives. Even when his friend was telling that story about how Cody introduced him to 4 different wives over the course of like whatever amount of time. Like he likes the fact that he has 4 wives. He was genuinely upset that Christine was leaving. Mary, not so much. I felt like with Christine, he was pissed. Like he lost the control and he never thought she'd really do it.
Yeah, it's just like, I agree with you. It's just like, it's so interesting how he can't take any responsibility and how he doesn't see that women wouldn't want to just stay married to someone who wasn't, like pleasing and satisfactory. Like I almost want to know where it's coming from. I know you're like, why are you hanging about sex? But what if you're
No,
like,
not that. That's the
oh,
that's the 80s and the 90s. Like, not much was expected from men. Like, it's not till recently that, like, we expect that more. Like, you could be mediocre at best and still land a 10 woman. That was what TV advertised, Kevin James and, like, hot-ass women. It was always these, like, guys that were whatever, 5s with 10s. Like, they were conditioned to believe that. They had to do very little.
you're right.
And now it's 2022 and the women are independent and they are requiring more and they don't need him. And it's a shock to the system and he can't catch up.
Yes.
Not to, I'm sorry if I'm like alienating any males, people that are watching. I don't think that, it's not a blanket statement. It's just society and culture.
Don't worry. Yeah, basically, we should say that Christine, like, yeah, Christine, we hinted at it, Truly finds out, but the way that Christine is like, basically, she was having a conversation with her other child, just forgets that Truly's home. And she's like, I walked around the bed and Truly was there and heard. And it was like, I feel like you weren't really like worrying that much. Like, Christina's been talking about her ear off to every kid possible, being like, I'm leaving your father. I hate him. Like she can't wait to leave. Every child is like, yes. Like even Janelle's kids are like, how about you, mom? I wonder if like those kids are like,
Yeah, the response was, "I'm really happy." Here's the weird thing. I'm really happy that my mom left my dad. Is leaving my dad was like a consistent response. But it was weird when Cody talked about their kids. He said her kids. He never referred to them as our kids. He always refers to her kids as her kids. It's so bizarre to me because they definitely are your kids, dude.
yeah. Especially when you say such things like, well, Truly is going to and I are going to have 50-50%. That was what made Christine like that's what made
Yeah.
Christine die on the inside when he was like, well, I'm going to have 50% custody of Truly. And Christine was like, you don't see her 10% of the time I see her now, 50-50. Come
Yeah.
over and spend a morsel of moments with her. Are you insane? Like, yeah, he won't talk to his, like, he'll never like text them to be like, did you get a test? Like, he just wants everyone to do things for him. He's like, his method is all the women take care of the kids and I just take care of myself.
Yeah, I'll just go
Women
around.
take care of all the kids, all the women take care of themselves. I take care of myself, and sometimes I require one of the women, and sometimes my ego requires playing with the youngest, cutest kids.
Mhm. And sometimes I require the oldest kids to help me move shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like, sometimes the boys have to come help me do, like, random tasks. But other
yeah.
than that, I if I had that many kids, like, how could I have a personal relationship with all of them? I guess I could. I mean, teachers do it with full classrooms all the time. Cody knows less about his kids than I would say the average kindergarten teacher does about their
Oh, nothing. Not. I mean, yeah, like,
But
yeah.
also, is he financially responsible for all 4 of those families? I guess TLC pays them all, right? Even though the kids weren't really getting paid for most of the years. But, like, does he have a job? I mean, he has a business with his partner. That's his business partner. I don't really know what they do. Brian,
I do not know
they do.
real
And
estate,
then Janelle
insurance.
has always worked. They had that jewelry line. Robin has never worked as far as
My
I
sister's keeper.
yes.
Okay,
The
this looks.
tummy teas, you know what I mean? All
Now,
that.
yeah, now it's LaLaRue. Now it's LaRue and Plexus like tummy teas. Like that's now exactly what it
But
is.
it's like, if you don't know how long you're gonna be on TV, you're like, as long as someone's gonna sponsor me, I gotta make money for this family. Because after that, like, now she has to rely on her skill. She's not gonna get that much alimony from him. He has so many freaking kids, and
No, I
most of his
know.
kids are almost 18.
Well, yeah, like he doesn't want like he's like so afraid that she's gonna like sue him for money, but like also so they weren't actually legally married.
Oh, it'd be child support. That's right. It's not alimony.
I know, but they're also, but yes and no, because they're a common, I don't know, because I don't know the laws anywhere. There's something called common law
Yeah,
where
thank
even
you.
if you don't get married, but you've been living with someone, you
But
live with
he
a
has
common
to
law.
claim that residency, and he could never at Christine's house that they were at recently. I don't know. I don't know how it is in Vegas and all those other things. They move so many times that, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Basically after Truly finds out, then, Cody and, talk to Truly, as Monique said, and Truly's like, I'm over it, but she really wasn't. She's just like, whatever. And then Robin has a conversation with Mary in this last episode where she's like, hold on with me. We gotta repopulate this family versus me and you. We're gonna start. It's me and you. You're the oldest, I'm the youngest. We're bookends. We're the bookends of this family. Janelle's out. So that's why she's not here. Mary and Robin's always had like a kinship with Mary, and Mary's like, I'm trying to hold on, but as you know, he hates me, and this
Yeah,
one's
like,
here. So I
Al-
mean, you
also, do
know,
you remember Robin's like diatribe about how she wanted this, like, she really wanted this polygamy, and they destroyed, she had to sit by while they destroyed what she wanted. I
yeah,
believe that was like her exact phrasing. And I was like, thank you, Robin. Thank you for finally just, I know you say it in your intro, but like obviously, like this is, you tried to create this and then it just crumbled around you. It's not your fault. You were the youngest and the hottest and the most obedient.
Okay,
I don't
so how much of that? Okay, how much of it is that, Monique, and how much? Okay, how much do you think that she also has his ear? And like the thing about, remember how he was going to do something and then he went back and said no. It was like, oh, he was gonna move
Oh yeah.
Isabel, and then they thought that like him going back and saying no was like Robin being like, no, you can't. Like how much do you think of any of his bad decision or behavior was Robin's at least help or Robin's influence?
I would say it's a two-part thing. I would say when it comes to him making split-second decisions and then coming back and thinking about it and then changing his mind, that's probably influence of Robin. Probably not directly being like, you shouldn't do that, but being like, is that something you really want to do? If you da, 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 and questioning him enough to question himself. But I think when he says crazy shit, that just sometimes he's just speaks without thinking and just suggests shit, and everybody's like, kill me.
Yes, yes, yes,
Like
yes.
when he told Mary to like move, they were all like, why would you say that to her? Mom just died. She needs us more than anything. And you were like, bitch, just get out of here.
Yeah, like how do you understand? How do you think that that's a good husbandly behavior? Like
Because he
how?
doesn't want to be her husband. He does not care about her. He basically was like, you can stay. Like, we'll let you stay, but we're not married. We don't have a marriage. We're barely friends. We don't talk. Like, you're here because the family wants you here, not because I want you here. If they were just together, the two of them, they would be divorced. They would never talk again. It's Robin who probably was like, I want Mary here.
He was really dumb not to. He knew that Christine wanted attention and affection. You could tell that anyone that knows Christine knows that she's
Yeah.
someone who wants attention and affection. So knowing that for him to starve her of it, and I mean that,
But
starve
he
her of it.
assumed she couldn't get better and she'd never leave.
She couldn't get better. Oh, better than him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, absolutely. But so I'm glad he's learning his lesson because yeah, what I'm saying is we know who she is. She's like a kind-hearted soul. She wants attention and affection. She wants like to like make things pretty and festive. Like that's who Christine is and like that thing. And so for him to be her husband, he knew that and he willfully starved her of the attention and affection. He knew that she was jealous of Robin. He didn't try and like take her places and make her feel better and be like, I'm gonna come spend time with you, babe. I really love you. Like, and you look great or whatever. Like, you're my little blonde, spicy, blah, blah, I don't know what he tried to say. This one didn't work, didn't do anything. Like, he didn't even try. She was like, F you, I'm gonna leave. He reacts like he's never heard the words divorce in his whole life. When it's like, I mean, that is a word that you should hear. It's in English. People do it all the time. Like, he thought he really was infallible like the Pope. And I'm just like so shocked that you would do that. You would think that. Like, because she's not even the first wife that you have neglected. She's literally the third. You've neglected 3/4 of your wives. So you're surprised one's leaving? My God, I wish you would wake up and learn now to not neglect the other ones so that they don't leave. But there's not even a morsel of thought of like, maybe I should be a little more husbandly to Janelle and Mary. Maybe I should give Mary what she wants, which is to have a relationship so that I don't lose all my family. It's why Robin knows that he probably is going to lose his whole family because he only pays attention to her. But I want Robin to be like, pay attention to the other wives. Or is she like, good, only me?
Well, I feel like does she have that bone in her body, that like seductress cat? I mean, maybe.
Is she a sexy baby sometimes?
She may be sexy. Show your best sexy baby. Go.
I want you all for me. Also, by side note, is my favorite thing is in all of Christine's Instagram comments, every time someone says the word Cody, did someone just walk into your room just now?
No.
Okay. And they spell, everyone spells Cody with a C and not a K, which I'm just like, it makes me so happy that Cody must read these comments, be like, no one knows how to spell my name. It's with a K. Well, the Kardashians. Anyway, go on.
Well, I'm surprised that you're surprised that he has zero empathy for people. It's like, what show have you been watching? You're surprised Cody doesn't get it and he has zero empathy for his wives. It's like, why would he think she was going to leave? No one else did. Even when he pushed Mary at the door, even he was relieved that catfish happened. No part of Cody was upset or really hurt. He probably felt dumb and betrayed, but he was like, yes, like there's my excuse.
Christine is the founders of the AUB granddaughters. She is an Alred, polygamy royalty. Remember Blue Blood polygamous episode?
Oh,
Oh, Betsy. I didn't know that part. Jeez, I wish they were more investigated. It makes it harder to others to get aid and legitimately wouldn't be. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm so excited. It's called Reading the Please. Take advantage of government aid from non-believers at Betsy. I want to look that up. I love the idea. Christine is just like, I wish I knew, when Christine stopped believing in the church, because like this is
I
the
mentioned her mom when her mom left the church, her not being able to speak with her. So I hope that they've like reconnected tenfold now that she's no longer part of it. You know what I mean?
yes. Lovely people watching Ramsterdam. Thank you so much. In Amsterdam, by the way. Like, God bless. We love Amsterdam here. Lovely people watching. Like, share, subscribe, and spread the love. Yes. Thumbs it up.
Do you do your up song anymore or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
I don't know. Do you guys want her to do it? Kind of, right? Go.
Thumbs it up. 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 Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, always. Robin owed 1,000 to Victoria's Secret on her bankruptcy. She brought lingerie to the marriage. Wait, who is that?
My mom.
No, yes, Aunt Gemma, yes, I totally knew she. My dad. By the way, my dad sometimes walks in and don't have a life. Would she come on and say hi? Is she there?
I don't know. Probably not. She's in her
Aunt
pajamas.
Gemma, will you come say hi, Aunt Gemma? Come
Mom.
say hi, Aunt Gemma. Come say hi.
Mom.
Okay.
You're
She,
welcome to my life, guys.
is she gonna walk in the room or no? Do you think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But she
Sometimes, okay, if she comes in, we'll yell at her again to come on. Sometimes my dad will come on, and sometimes Uncle Louie's here.
what?
Sometimes Uncle Louie. We're not talking about 90 Day Fiance. He doesn't watch Sister Wives, so I doubt very much he would join this live. But sometimes,
He joins the live, not at your
yeah.
house.
No, I should have him. But you know what? I'll text him and have him hop on. Maybe he'll like live stream from his house and talk about 90 Day Fiance.
That'd be great.
Hopefully doesn't say anything to make sure. Anyway, just cut it out. Let's cut the mic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love that Lisa's like my jam. Oh, the thumbs it up song, good.
Yeah.
Billboard's top #1 hit of all time. Yeah, everyone thinks Mariah Carey's like dumb Christmas song is like a big ass jam. Not so much thumbs it up song.
She's made so much money off that song.
I know, and she's just about to like make more money this year. Like, and it's so funny. Like every year, you're gonna make more money. It's like
every year she does a Halloween to Christmas promo.
Yeah. You see this one?
Yeah, I saw the one for this year. I'm like, oh God, when are you gonna snap over to Christmas, you little witch? And
Yeah.
she's like such a bad actress with the witch part.
Yeah.
She like, I love Mariah for being just like a terrible dancer and a terrible actress, but like one of my favorite divas and singers of all time.
I just like cannot. I've always wanted to own a holiday. Like have something that happens.
A goal of yours is to own a holiday.
Well, I mean, like own is a big word, but like like have something that happens every holiday of a certain holiday that like just makes me a cash cow and like everyone's excited.
Isn't that your birthday? Isn't that your birthday?
I never thought about that.
I mean, we gather around you usually for days at a time.
Talk about owning a birthday. Monique, she owned her birthday. Her birthday was October 26th. So can we just give a little like hands together snaps for
4-0, guys.
Yeah. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. It's been such a fun 40 years being friends with you.
Chrissy offered me a beer at 6 months old.
I want to, start her early. Make sure that she had the tolerance, honey. Yeah, so basically that's what happened this season so far. And it's just like, we don't want to get too messy between. I don't between Cody and Christine when it comes to like money and when it comes to Truly. But I honestly, and this is what we talked about, like Christine had a spinoff show. What I want to see is Christine dating. I want to see someone who hasn't been able to like really date like as like a maybe not super Mormon religious person who's like now on the scene for the first time already, like has cases coming out of that. Like I want to see her like go on Hinge and like have to go on a date. Like because I already think it's already hell on earth and I think it's really hard for me. But like, and knowing this, I bet Christina would just jump into a relationship right away.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the first person she would meet. I feel like what would happen is she would get her dating spinoff show. And then about season 2, Janelle would show up because she's now exited the marriage and wants to find out how life on the other side is and how to start. And then we get into like Janelle's like life evolution happening at the same time. I really like am living this idea that Cody's left with Mary. And not that Mary is someone to be left with. I like Mary because Mary
brought Robin to even the power struggle and to get someone on her side.
I kind of agree with you on that.
And then Honey Rider says, but Mary brought the family's ruin in through the front door. Honey, Robin was the Trojan horse. Mary thought she was like, you're like, oh, a brand new horse. How beautiful, a brand new horse. And underneath, Robin was like taking time bombs, like, you know, like about to blow that family up, honey.
Do you think so? Mary obviously did it because Christine was still dominating time. Just Christine. Oh,
yeah, maybe.
Dating after sister wives. Love it.
Like just a sister, not a wife. No, just like dating sister.
Solo sister.
Solo sister. Yeah, like single sister.
Single sister wife. Yeah, after I don't know. I think she's right. Just Christine dating after sister wives. That's a pretty legit title.
Yeah, Lisa, that's better than it.
I could do better. We tried. So hard. All these words, Lisa, we tried.
Yeah.
Dating something sleeping
single sisters. We are single sister. I mean, listen, it's a good song.
It is.
In a 2020s kind of world when you used to be Mormon, but now you're on the scene and you know Hinge, and Hinge is really hard when you only been a sister wife for so long, you know.
Is there anyone else in the TLC reality world that you would set up Christine with? I know it's a tough question. Spanning any show, and you guys can answer this too. From any franchise, who would you pair Christine up with?
We never met a man we liked.
Never, especially 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, we've never met a man we liked. I can tell. No one's good. No one's good enough for Christine. God, it's like we want someone who is going to appreciate
sweet.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, she's charming and she has her like she's she's festive and she has a little like eccentricness. He's gonna have to be something like that.
I hope he's super rich for her sake.
Oh no, I need something super rich. Super rich is subjective though, you know. Christine finally finds the love she deserves. You mean me or you mean Christine Brown? He had the same name as her. Ha ha ha. Well, that's not Big Ed for sure.
I was just thinking the same thing about Big Ed.
It's like I was thinking Caesar for a second because I was like, well, she would get foot rubs and he could do her nails.
Were any of the guys? No. None of them. Tough question.
Yeah, no. I
none of the guys from Smothered or from Mama's Boy, and they're all Mama's Boys.
Yeah, none of them. I mean, it's interesting because even like it's hard because it's like there was people on Love Off the Grid, but then Christine doesn't want to live off the grid. But like then Janelle should go off. Janelle should be on Love Off the Grid.
And the Seeking Sister Wives people obviously will take them out of the situation.
No, because then they don't want. She wants Seeking. Maybe that is Seeking No Sister Wife. Seeking
monogamy.
Seeking Single Husband. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Lisa. I don't know why we keep trying.
And yours was the best. I keep trying.
Caesar's a bit of a creep, sure. All right. I think we should start winding down. It's been such a great, fun live. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's like 10:19. Monique, do you have work tomorrow or anything?
Luckily, I have tomorrow off.
Oh, yay. Good. Because I started to feel bad that maybe if you like.
Yeah, I would be fine. I wake up between like 4:30 and 5:30 every morning, guys. So I die sometimes.
I know. But then when she has to sleep in, that's like a cool 5 50. And then I'm like, oh my God, why are you awake? All right. And what
Still
was your
upset about that
Halloween?
hotel room.
Wait, what?
You're still upset about the hotel room when we woke her up at like 7 a.m. after my birthday. I feel
I was
bad.
like, why are we like talking already? How are we talking? Well, how was your Halloween, by the way?
I handed out candy. I'm never doing that again. How is this a thing? How do you guys do this? I was okay. So I was trying to watch Sister Wives to catch up with this live. And with the door ringing every 26 seconds, I wanted to murder everybody. I hate this. I hate getting up and feeding the whole neighborhood. Like this sucks. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done. But like, do you enjoy getting up every second?
I know that they're gonna come. There's no way I could not be in front because there's so many kids
Yeah.
coming. So I was just in front the entire time.
That's the
Just
way you
the
have to do
entire
it with
time.
like a drink and just chill
Yeah.
and like look
Yeah.
at the costumes. Do not try to watch anything on
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did. I made chili, in a crock pot. I made some apple cider, like we just had that. And then, I mean, I went full out. Chili?
Chili and apple cider. That's interesting combo.
Oh, it's like fall timey shit, you know.
Totally.
But yeah, it was yummy. Then I went to Disneyland today, which I'm excited about because we're
Oh,
going
how
later, me and you, you
yeah.
know.
We're going to Disneyland. Christmassy time.
I'm so excited that you jumped on to talk about Sister Wives with me because
Thanks
it's
for
so
letting
good.
me. Thank you for letting me interrupt you consistently.
No, I've interrupted you my whole life, 40 years. I love you so much. Yeah, so everyone, if you want to follow Monique, you can at the Mo Farah on Instagram and Twitter. And she's awesome. She's, my favorite person in the whole world. She's right there. And her mom's decorating for Christmas. You can really see all of the glory that is my Aunt Gemma's Christmas decorating all over her Instagram. Oh, Betsy. Thanks, Chris and Monique. Great show. Thank you so much, Betsy. Nice.
Thanks for keeping us updated on details we didn't know about like Leon and like all of that. That way we can like use, proper names and stuff.
Great POV, Bo. Great POV.
Great title for Christine's spinoff.
Yeah, I know, right? Came with it. Should we do a little breath like we usually do? Just a little like cleansing breath, and then we'll like end it. Monique, you want to do a little breath with us?
Yeah.
Good, because it'd be awkward if you're like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna like leave right now. Bye. Just like she like, I know, I know. Okay, we're like breathe. It's like November 1st, All Souls Day. So in this moment, we're going to we're going to just hold space and if we want, just give a little momentary breath for the souls in our life that maybe are not physically with us on earth, but we that have imparted some sort of like wisdom and or love and or warmth in our lives that we are like eternally thankful and grateful for. Okay, so just like it's our Dia de los Muertos / All Souls breath together. Okay, this we do it twice because we like do a rehearsal breath. This is rehearsal breath. Exhale, rehearsal breath. But this is the big show breath. It is so appreciated, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on our cousin live. I know, I know that it's a little bit of a holiday season, so we're so thankful that you spent some time with us. Monique and I have a set of grandparents, and so just now I thought of our grandparents. I also thought of her grandmother on her mom's side too. So it's wherever you are, hopefully there have been people that have touched your life and your heart, and so you give a little moment to just thank them, and whoever you believe, there's energy in this world, and so it's hard to think that like once someone dies, their energy just ceases to exist in all forms. So having said that, do all the things. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Chris L. Farah. DocuSweeties has 90 Day Fiance, HEA, and Love During Lockup already up there. The live streams exist on patreon.com/DocuSweeties, but DocuSweeties are also free on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, DocuSweeties1, of course, wherever you listen to podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon. Other than that, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. And thank you to my cousin Monique. Look how beautiful.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I love her so much. Okay, have a great rest of your week, all. Bye.
Bye.